The first resource that can help you find the right business to buy that we're going to cover are business brokers. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about each of the four options and the pros and cons of each one. But first, we're going to start with business brokers here because they're one of the most common that people use in their own processes. So I'm going to go ahead and explain who they are, how they help, and how they might hurt your search. So you need to understand the pros and cons of each option to find the right one or ones for you to use in your search. So business brokers are professionals who specialize in helping buyers and sellers navigate the process of business sales. They're someone who works with the business owners to typically source them, list their business on sale, highlight what's out there, and then there's also business brokers who work with searchers to connect them with the sellers so that they can find the right match. Business brokers can be a valuable resource, particularly for first-time buyers, and they offer expertise, guidance, and access to a wide variety of resources. So first up, there's four main pros of using a business broker that I want to talk about. The first is access to listings. Brokers often have access to a wide network of businesses for sale, including some that might not be publicly advertised. Their industry knowledge can provide insight into opportunities you might not be able to find on your own. The second point is expertise and guidance. Brokers understand the intricacies of buying a business all the way from valuation to negotiation, and they can help facilitate communication between you and the seller. They can also assist with due diligence and structuring the deal if you need that. Time savings. Brokers typically handle much of the legwork, such as gathering documents, scheduling meetings, and coordinating with attorneys, and this saves you valuable time. And then the fourth pro is confidentiality. Many business owners prefer to keep the sale of their businesses private, and a broker can help maintain confidentiality throughout the process. So if someone's serious about selling their business, they're likely to do it with a broker rather than trying to do it themselves. However, like anything, there's always a few cons, and we're going to go through those. The first is broker fees. Brokers typically charge a commission, usually a percentage of the sale price, typically 10 to 15%, which can increase overall cost of buying the business. There is the potential of bias. Since brokers are often paid by the seller, their primary motivation may be to close the deal, even if it's not in the best option for you, the buyer. And then number three is limited control. Working with a broker may reduce your direct interaction with the seller, making it harder to build a relationship or negotiate terms that align with your goals and your best interest. Next up is online marketplace. And the internet has made searching for businesses for sale much more accessible than ever. It used to be that you could only find a business through brokers, but the internet has democratized so many different things, and business sales and purchases is no different. So online marketplaces offer a convenient way to browse a wide range of businesses across different industries and locations. These platforms are beneficial for buyers who want to explore multiple options and also conduct their searches independently. Some of the most popular platforms are BizBuySell, businessesforsale.com, LoopNet, and there's also different franchise websites that list their properties for sale. The pros of online marketplaces is that you have a wide range of options. Online marketplaces typically provide access to thousands of listings, making it easy to explore businesses across various industries, locations, and price points. You get detailed information. Many listings include financial data, asking prices, and seller information, giving you an idea of the business's performance before you even contact the seller. And third is convenience. Online, you can browse listings from anywhere on your own time and without the pressure working directly with a broker or seller or some other type of middle person. And then there's a couple cons. First, the sheer amount of choices available online on these listing platforms can be overwhelming. The number of listings can overwhelm you and your search criteria, and it can be difficult to narrow down what the best opportunities are with so many options available. And that's where we talked about the importance of setting really strong search criteria ahead of this step, because you're going to need to filter your search down as much as possible for you to be effective. The quality of listings is also a con online. Some listings may lack detailed information, and that'll make it difficult to assess the business's performance without further inquiry and communication. And then there's no personal interaction. Unlike working with a broker, online marketplaces don't provide personalized guidance or help with negotiating or due diligence. So it just puts more work and effort on your end. The third option you have available to you is networking to find the business that could be the right fit for you. Often, the best business opportunities aren't listed on public marketplaces, and they might not even be with brokers. Instead, they can be found through personal and professional network. By networking with industry professionals, business owners, and trade groups, you can open up doors that may not have been discovered otherwise. And typically, the people that know that a business is going to be sold before anyone else are accountants and lawyers. And people in the know really work hard to make sure that they have the inside scoop so they get the best deals first. Using industry contacts, trade groups, and personal networks, you can find industry contacts, you can find trade groups and associations, you can find networking events, and you can even explore your own personal network to find people who might know where the secret deal is for you to unlock. If you have connections in a particular industry, these contacts can be really valuable sources of information on businesses that may be for sale. Many business owners prefer to sell their own businesses quietly and may not want to advertise the sale publicly. As far as trade groups and associations, if you join an industry-specific trade group and association, this can help you tap into a community of business owners and professionals who know of businesses that are coming up for sale or those that are just starting to consider selling. If you go to networking events, you can attend networking events, conferences, and meetups related to the industry that you're in. And when you do this, you engage with business owners directly. And this can give you insight into businesses that might not be actively marketed and they're not open to acquisition from others. And finally, when you tap your personal network, you're going to not underestimate the power of working your friends, your family, and your acquaintances because they may know in their own circles of opportunities that could align well with your interest. Let's talk about the pros and cons of networking next. For pros, you have access to off-market opportunities. Networking can lead to off-market deals that aren't publicly advertised, allowing you to negotiate directly with the owner. You're allowed to build relationships stronger and faster. Networking allows you to establish trust and rapport with potential sellers who can then be valuable during negotiations and during the transition phase. Less competition, of course. Businesses found through networking will have less competition from other buyers, giving you a better chance at getting a better deal faster. And then there's a couple cons. Time intensivity. Building relationships and finding opportunities through networking can take time and may not yield immediate results, and that can discourage some folks. And then it's an unstructured process. Unlike working with a broker or online marketplace, networking doesn't follow a structured process. So you may need to be more proactive in searching for opportunities and be aware that even if you put in the time and effort, something may not materialize. And the fourth approach that you can take is talking to owners directly. For those who are proactive and willing to do some of the legwork themselves, approaching business owners directly can be a really effective way to find businesses for sale. Some owners may not have even considered selling until they receive a serious offer or initiate the conversation. In contrast, others may prefer to avoid the hassle of listing a business with a broker or on a public marketplace. Building relationships with owners can be one of the really secret and powerful methods out there. And again, pros and cons exist. But what you're going to find is this allows you to research the business. This allows you to initiate contact early and often, allows you to build trust, and allows you to negotiate directly. Before approaching an owner, you want to do your homework. You want to understand their business, its position in the market, and any challenges it may face. The more informed you are, the better your chances are of making a strong impression. When you initiate contact, you want to start by sending a polite and professional email or letter or call expressing your interest in the business and asking if they would even be open to discussion potential for sale. You want to be prepared for a rejection, but you also want to be aware that you're going to find owners who may be intrigued by the opportunity to sell. And then this is going to allow you to build trust. When you meet with a business owner, you're going to focus on building trust and establishing a rapport with them. Many business owners care deeply about the future of their businesses and the employees, and they want to sell to someone that they know can help maintain their legacy. And finally, negotiating directly. If the owner is open to selling, you'll have the opportunity to negotiate directly with them. This can be a big advantage as you'll have the ability to work out a favorable deal without the involvement of a broker who's trying to take their piece of the action. All right, let's talk about pros and cons. So we talk about the direct negotiation. When you deal directly with the owner, this can lead to more flexible and creative deal structures that may benefit both parties better. You're going to find unlisted businesses. Many business owners haven't officially listed their businesses for sale, so approaching them directly can help uncover hidden opportunities that are not on the market. It may not ever come on the market without having a conversation like this. And third is relationship building. You have the chance to establish a personal connection with the seller, which can be crucial in negotiations and during the transition process. And then there's 3 cons I want to talk about. The first is potential rejection. This is a numbers game. Not every owner is going to be ready or willing to sell, and they may not be able to even have a conversation that is really taking unsolicited offers seriously. 2 is time consuming. So if you're talking to a lot of business owners to find some that are interested, you may be talking about 5 or 10 out of every 100. Reaching out to business owners directly and establishing a dialogue can be time consuming, and it may not yield immediate results. And then finally, there's a lack of professional guidance here. Without a broker or advisor, you'll need to manage the negotiation and the due diligence process all by yourself.